So, carrying on from the last one and carrying on where we left off. The main reason for getting up here and tidying our stuff up is I've got stuff in bags all over the place, which I shouldn't have. So which means I've got stuff that are memories that I should have in a memory box. So I've got some boxes to do it, and I want to get rid of a load of old cardboard boxes, which is no use because they're sort of degrading. They need to go. I need to put the clear boxes in their place, and that'll be like the gaming stuff. There's a lot of games cases and stuff like the PlayStation, the Xbox, Dreamcast, stuff like that. That needs to go into better organised boxes. Clear boxes for memory. So I need a memory box for cards from the kids, school books, letters of rejection from companies. I've got letters of rejection from companies that I applied for many years ago when I was much younger. I've even got one from Curry's. It's actually in 1987, which is 2 years before I eventually started for them and then worked for them for over 30 years. But this one is sorry to inform you that the vacancy at this branch has now been filled and you are no longer required to an interview. Your details have been noted, and if we require you for an interview, we will notify you in due course. They didn't. I reapplied in 2 years later for a friend and got the job. So there's things like that, as I said, pictures, cards I had when I was a kid, anything that's sort of a memory, which at the moment is spread all over the place and it's a complete mess, and I need to organise. And that, of course, also includes stuff I used to have when I was a kid. I had wardrobe pictures, like you all do your pictures in your wardrobe, of things like computers, or in my case, Mariah Carey, Kelly Brook, that sort of crap, even Kylie Minogue. Actually, Kylie Minogue on a picture, this is a postcard sent to me. This is a postcard sent to me from the record company. You bought a record, you registered it, and then forevermore, like today's email, you used to get things sent through the post because you bought a record. Cheers. So I literally have there a box of Dreamcast, PlayStation 1 and some Nintendo Game Boy stuff, including the Game Boy itself, and even some Mega Drive cartridges and some Mega Drive CDs for the Mega CD that doesn't actually work anymore. There are other things game related to go with that, of course, that aren't in there yet, because I won't fit in there. I have a Dreamcast steering wheel and a GameCube. It's not a GameCube console, unfortunately. That's the GameCube bongos for the bongo game. I don't have a GameCube anymore though, so I need to sell the bongos, really, don't I? Even CDs, a box of CDs. I mean, who plays CDs nowadays? Yeah, I might, you never know. The letters, know-how letters that spell out me and Leanne, which I managed to procure when know-how sort of went. And whilst I'm up here, I've even managed to colour my hair. I did say I was going blue at some point, didn't I? So yeah, it just got a bit longer whilst I was doing it. There's even proper old tech. I mean, stuff before even the smaller cameras come out. So before the camera I'm filming on now, this is early 90s, early to mid 90s, high 8 Sony camcorder. There's no screens on these like there were on the later ones. Although this was sort of supposed to be semi-professional in some ways. Yeah, big, massive, cumbersome, great big thing. Whilst I'm in the loft, of course, and whilst I'm tidying up, you come across things you think you've either thrown away or you got rid of years ago. One of them is a medal. I thought I'd thrown this thing away ages ago. I mean, it's rubbish, to be honest with you. Yeah, bloody rubbish. Another thing on a similar sort of vein, I found my coin. What do I mean by coin? Well, I had years ago as a teenager. This is a yes/no coin. So if you remember Two-Face from Batman, Batman's arch enemy, or one of his arch enemies, sidekicks of an enemy or whatever he was, had a yes/no coin. It's driving us insane! I've had a yes/no coin. I've had this before that film actually came out, before I saw it on that film. Can't remember how I got it, why I got it. No on one side and yes on the other side. And it's also got Latin writing around it. Sort of a bronzy coloured, goldy coloured thing. It's not made of gold or brass or anything like that. I don't know what it's made of, to be honest with you. The Latin writing on the no side basically says, "In doubt itself lies the deed." Which on the yes side it says, "The opportunity is often lost by deliberation." So basically, yes and no coin. The whole point of yes and no coin, if you can't make up your mind what you're doing, you need a thing, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? Toss of a coin. So it's to take away that confusion about what you should and shouldn't do if you can't make your mind up about something. But you've got to trust the coin. It's one of them things that you have to go with it. You can't go, shall I do this, twist it, turn it, flip it, and then go, oh, actually, best of three, I think, because I wasn't happy with that answer. It's one of those things you have one option and one option only. Throw the coin, go with whatever it says, yes or no. So I thought I'd lost it, and now I found it, so something new. I did also find something else as well. Unfortunately, these aren't worth anything, but they're very nice, and I might stick these on the wall or something. These are Batman cards from the Batman Forever film, which was included in the Riddler. So there's Batman and the Riddler, and of course Two-Face, which I've just mentioned in the coins. And if you don't know who Two-Face is, so this is Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones in the film. Batman was actually played by Val Kilmer, and it had Edward Enigma, played by Mr. Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey. It wasn't a very good Batman film, to be honest with you. I think it also had Nicole Kidman as the sort of the love interest, if you look. So this is a collection of... These aren't worth anything at all. I don't know why I even collected them. I've got them in sort of like little pouch things. They're quite nice. There's even a hologram one, which is nice. Whether or not you'll be able to see it here, I have no idea. Oh, actually... Well, you can sort of see it. Hologram of the Riddler. They only did 4 hologram cards. They're not really worth anything. I don't know what I want to do with them. I like the metal cards. They look nice. Maybe, as I said, it could be something you could make. A friend of mine that I used to work with make these sort of things into posters and things in the wall. In fact, he's the guy who gave me the Joker on the wall that I've got over there at the moment. So maybe, like him, I might have an idea of putting them into something and maybe sticking them on the wall or something like that. Obviously, it is also World Cup time. So the World Cup's on at the moment, which is up there on TV. I just watched the Portugal game. There's a lot of controversy around the World Cup itself, and a lot of stuff we don't agree with, and I don't agree with either. But it's still a World Cup, and it's still football to be played, so it's still interesting and worth watching for that. So anyway, guys, I shall see you in the next video.
Was that over the top? I can never tell. By the way, I've seen your mind, freak.